Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to one more vlog with me, The Sparrow's Journey, or as some other people would call me, Andre. No, it's not a Spanish name. I'm gonna talk about parents and how awful they are. I'm kidding. Let's not start on a bad note. I'm totally kidding over there. Normally, your parents are supposed to be your everywhere. Your every time. The people that will always stand by you. I'm gonna talk about my parents and my experience with my parents. Obviously, it might be different for you. Again, we all have different experience and different fathers and mothers. My parents have always been tough with me, and I will put that out there because it's the thing that marked them the most to me. They have never given something to me without me having to prove something or have to work with it. For it, I mean. Is that a bad thing? Not necessarily. I actually, at this very stage, and this is something that also differs from people to people, depending on how old you are, you probably have different opinions about your parents. When I was a very little kid, I would love my parents. They were my idols. They were the people that I would wake them up very early in the morning just to watch cartoons. I would call my mother to give me a bath. I would call my mother if I had to pee. I would grab my father's leg when he was about to go on a night fishing with his friends, and I would cry before he left the house. When I was a teenager, I couldn't stand them. I couldn't stand their attempts to talk about drugs. I couldn't stand their attempts to talk about sex, which we actually never really did. I couldn't stand their warnings to tell me come home before midnight. I couldn't stand how awful they made me look in front of my friends. In my life, about to reach 30 years old, I know I'm old, please. Acceptance. I know this sounds very wrong, but I guess it's how I feel. You cannot choose your parents. You are born with parents, and you cannot change that, even though you can consider some other people your father or your mother, depending on where life takes you. But either way, right now, I feel I owe a lot to my parents. And I really do. All they have given me, which I'm not talking just about money or, material things. I'm talking about feelings. I'm talking about education. I'm talking about lessons that I've learned with them. I was gonna say something back there that I completely forgot. And no matter how much I try to get it back, it's gone. It's gone forever. The only single thing I remember them giving me, like this, is my driving lessons. After that, I had to buy my own car. I had to buy my own phone. I had to buy my own clothes. From now on, I've been doing that for a while. And, let's not forget the fact that I am 29 years old, so I should be able to provide that for me. I should be able to buy my own food. Some people here just give everything to their kids without requesting any sort of effort, and I don't think that's a good way to educate your children. With this, I don't mean you should make them go through a living hell, but you should always ask for some effort in order to them to understand the value of getting something, the value and the meaning of achieving something. And that's something that my dad, especially my dad, not so much my mother, but my dad has always been able to accomplish to the absolute certainty, because he always requested something out of me before giving me out something. I needed to beg. I needed to freaking do something before being able to ask him to bring me to a friend's home or to go get me at night while I still didn't have a car or a driving license. My mother, though, has been a little bit softer on that, but she doesn't have a driving license, so I could never ask her to bring me to a certain place. But in other things, she has always been softer than my father, to the point where sometimes I talk stuff with her that I would never speak with my father. We have never spoke about serious business like, I don't know, back in the days, smoking, like drugs, like sex at one point, like, you know, getting out of your way to do something wrong. We never spoke about that, and I don't know why. I'm surprised at myself because I never smoked in my life. I never did drugs. I never experimented, not even anything. I never touched it. And when I drink, it's just with my friends. It's social, and I don't get drunk to death. I really don't. I never felt the need of trying those things, and my parents never really warned me for it. And I guess I have been a good son. Honestly, I do think I've been a pretty decent son because my grades in school were always average, a little bit above average. I was never a genius, or I would probably not be doing this. I would be rich. But they always pushed very hard on me. They always wanted me. I guess they always wanted to grant me a living when they can't do it anymore. And that collided a lot with what I do now with YouTube and working from home. If there's one thing my father absolutely hates, is that I work from home. When I finished college, I started working away from home, and I worked for at least 4 years or so before I started doing YouTube and getting more into it, and I started working from home. And he always hated that. He thinks that by being at home, I'm not putting as much effort as I would do if I was not at home. He has no idea. My parents to this date have still no idea what I do. They have a notion, but other than that, they have no idea how many hours do I put per day into what I do. If anything, if they will ever see or watch this video, which they will most certainly not, I would very honestly like to tell them both how thankful I am for all they have given me, for all the education, for all the love, for... We're not rich. I don't live in a mansion. I don't have a bank account with $2 million, but as a son-parents relationship, I'm very happy and I'm very thankful to say they have never given me a reason to doubt they will stay forever together. And that's a very good thing to think about. That's a very good feeling, knowing that your parents will most certainly stay together for the rest of their lives. I had problems with them, and I had times when I honestly wanted to swear the hell out and just tell them, leave me the heck alone. But I guess that happens with everyone, no matter how good or how your life goes well. At the end of the day, I guess what I really want to say is, and again, we all have different experiences, our parents are always trying the best to guarantee that when they are not here anymore, we as adults, as someone that has an impact in the world, will be able to live and will be able to give them grandchildren and will be able to be successful in life. I guess that's what my parents always wanted, and if anything, I wish I can be as good of a parent as they have been with me. And I guess that says a lot about them. So yeah, father, mother, if you ever watch this, I will let you know, or I want to let you know that I'm really thankful for all that you have done for me. Not only what you've given me, but what you do for me that sometimes I don't probably realize out there. And let this be a message to you, just like the previous vlog. Let this be a message to you that most likely they try their best. Your parents, most likely, I hope, love you. So realize that when you are about to say you hate them. My name has been The Sparrow's Journey. This was, again, a weekly vlog. I am touching very hot topics, and I'm touching topics with some kind of feeling into it. And I think it's the way I want to go. It doesn't mean that I will not make eventually a vlog talking about how my day has been or how things are going with the channel, but I think these vlogs are very interesting, not only to tell you my experience about things, but to also hear what people have to say about these topics. Because in my previous vlog, I heard all what you've said in the comment section. I've replied already, and it was amazing to see your reaction. It was amazing to read what people had to share, and maybe that actually did some good for them, and maybe this video will do some good for some other people that will relate. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you have enjoyed this video, and I will see you on the next one. Maybe. Sometimes it will happen if people enjoy to watch more. I will shut up now.